For a poet, there is nothing worse than knowing a great poem is itching to get out but won't show its face, or knowing productivity is at an all-time low and you have to get something down on paper, but for the life of you, you don't have the inspiration or motivation to figure out how. Don't despair, my friends, I'm here to help. In this video, I'm going to give you 3 simple exercises to either inspire a new piece, or to at least get the creative cogs turning inside you to spur you forward. My name's Adam Gary, let's get started. I myself am going through a writing drought. I can't seem to find the time to sit at my desk, and when I do, nothing seems to come to mind. Feeling the same? Good. You're in the right place. It's important for a poet to have some tips and tricks up their sleeves to inspire a poem, either through the exercises themselves or the results that they offer up, or to just get inspired / creative again. Remember, the best athletes in the world always warm up before they get started, and this is the same. So let me give you the keys to unlock those dastardly doors that are closed before us. If you're an OG of this channel and you've been watching for the past year, you will recognise some of these exercises. Unfortunately, I made this exact video last year and accidentally deleted the video. It was one of my more popular videos too. So apologies if you watched that video, but don't worry, I have added a new exercise to this video, and hopefully watching the other 2 back will just refresh your memory. Okay, so let's kick off with one of my favourites. This is such an easygoing exercise, and you get to benefit from having to go out for a walk, or at least go into new surroundings. You're going to make 3 columns of lists. One is going to be for adjectives, one is going to be for concrete nouns, meaning things that you can touch physically, things that are in the world, and one for abstract nouns, so things like feelings, things you can't really touch. After you filled at least 1 page of these lists, you're going to create a new page of metaphors. Take a word from each list to create your metaphor. Here are some examples of mine. So for adjectives, I've got boiling, lumpy, crooked, tattered, scolding. For my concrete nouns, I've got bridge, duvet, drawers, door, footpath. And for my abstract nouns, hope, betrayal, loneliness, elation, anxiety. And for my metaphors, I created the scolding bridge of hope, which was one of my metaphors from the deleted video, but I loved it so much that it has stuck with me, and I will get to use it one of these days. In fact, I've used it a couple of times, but not to good use. The tattered duvet of loneliness, the crooked drawers of elation. So, look over your metaphors. Are there any that stand out? Perhaps one could be a title of a poem, or a line in your poem. Have a look and see what you come up with. Excellent. So, exercise 2. De. Terrible French accent. De. Un, deux, trois. Anyway, so whenever I feel completely stuck on what to write, I turn for inspiration to Mr. Bukowski. So, imagine that you're actually someone else. Imagine that you're somebody that you've come across on the street or in the supermarket, or maybe it's a regular down your local pub. Whoever it is, try to imagine what life is like in their shoes. What is it about them that caught your eye? What is it that made you wonder about them? Of course, don't get hung up in whether you are accurate or not. You are just using them as inspiration. Let your mind wander and be free and come up with your own story for this person. Not only is this a good exercise to develop some empathy, it is also very good to get you out of your own head. So write a poem from their perspective. Before we move on to the third and final exercise, and in my opinion, the best exercise, I just want to take one more moment of your time. If at any point you find these videos helpful, or informative or entertaining, please do show your support for this channel by heading over to my Teespring or official website shop, where you can purchase signed copies of my poetry collections and novella, or exclusive website merch like framed and signed poems, posters, jumpers, t-shirts. This will all go towards furthering the channel and helping me produce some video ideas I have for the future. Poetry documentaries. Hunting ghosts of famous poets. That was shit. Of course, when you order from my official website, it does ship out from the UK, specifically this very shed, so delivery costs do vary. But if you want to read one of my collections and you're not too bothered whether it's signed or not, it's probably cheaper to order off Amazon. If my poetry collections and merchandise don't really interest you at all, but you want to support the channel, I have set up a PayPal tip jar, which I'll leave in the description down below. So if you enjoy my content and you can spare $1 or £1, that would be really appreciated. Of course, if none of this excites you, you can just continue to watch and enjoy my content. You don't have to give me money. Maybe just a like and a comment and a subscription. Also, don't forget to grab my free guide on how to be a working, functioning poet, which again will be in the description down below. So with all of that out of the way, and without any further ado, let's get back to the video, please. So exercise 3, the final exercise of the video, and probably the best in my opinion, is making similes. I definitely had to check the script to make sure I got that right. Grab yourself your favourite poetry collections and scroll through to find some of the similes that you really like as inspiration. Ask yourself what it is about those similes that you like the most. Is it their imagery, originality, use of language and metre? Figure out what it is that you like about them so that you can try to replicate it in your own. Now go someplace where you can observe nature, people, traffic, anything really, to be honest. Based on what you observe, start writing down similes to go with that. They don't have to make any sense, or well, they have to make some sense, just not complete sense. They don't have to be amazing. The idea about these exercises is to get you out of your head and away from frustration. So just write down the first thing that comes to your mind. This is a perfect way of getting your head into the artistic poet mode, and you will find that you write down some similes that blow your mind and in turn will blow your reader's mind. I didn't have time to do this exercise before this video myself, but here are some examples from my boy Shakespeare. Bewitching like the wanton mermaid's song. Bitter to me as death. Bountiful as mines of India. Once again, go back over your similes and see if there's anything that stands out that you can base a poem off or insert into a poem, anything like that. You may be surprised with what your mind has conjured up. And there you have it. 3 fun, easy exercises to awaken the poet inside of you. Once again, my name's Adam Gary, and I hope that this video helped in some ways, or hopefully many ways. If it has, hopefully it earned your like and subscription. And if it hasn't, please tell me how much you hate me in the comments down below. Until next week, my friends, happy writing.